Good evening everyone and welcome to today's daily update. I'm Sonia Michaels, Head of Business Travel and Events at Advantage, and today I'm going to be introducing you to some of our TMC members as we ask them to share their views with us. So we're now starting to see some countries slowly easing their lockdown rules and industries and businesses starting to think about and put in place their restart plans. But it's still really difficult to imagine what a world post-COVID-19 is going to look like. Not only in the short and mid-term, but we're likely to see many long-term, if not permanent changes occurring. But as with any crisis, it's really important that we take time to consider the opportunities that may exist, to question the way things have been done, take the opportunity to force a change in habits, or just look at things differently. We've heard reports of the world healing itself as many countries have gone into lockdown. There's less people on the streets, less cars on the road, no planes in the sky. We've seen a force of change in habit in terms of hygiene, people spending more time at home with their families, eating home-cooked meals, taking the opportunity for daily exercise, all things that previously may not have been possible due to the busy lifestyles that people were leading. So what's all this going to mean for business travel? How is business travel, indeed the industry, going to adapt and reinvent itself? What opportunities exist for us? We asked our TMC strategy group to share with us their views on what they would like a world post-COVID-19 to look like for business travel. So here's what they said.
This industry, as we know, is an incredibly resilient one, a brilliant one, and one that will be raring to go as soon as it's able. However, of course, I think we all recognise that things will be very different. Working with our suppliers and clients on our common goal to rebuild our global travel network will be our key priority. Hotels and airlines may have extra cleaning requirements or less seats on planes that they're allowed to fill. We just don't know what the answers are yet or what's going to change, but we know that this industry, as ever, will be adaptable and ready for it. I think we can all agree that one of the good things maybe to come out of this crazy situation is the positive impact on the environment. Sustainability was a topic gaining huge momentum in our industry and the world over, of course, pre-COVID-19. And I hope that as our travellers begin to travel again into that new world of business travel, that we get back to doing what we love and what they love, physically meeting people and really maximising the value of business travel, but whilst doing so, being as mindful as we can about the impact on the environment, and even more so the impact on the travellers' own well-being whilst they're doing it as well.
First of all, there are countless pieces that need to be put in motion by organizations, government and supply chain around the world before travel can get started again. But in my mind, it will be a world with less demand, less supply, and most certainly higher prices. And I think it'll be also a world where people will probably question the value of a certain type of corporate travel. And probably also a world, I think, where people could potentially travel less as a personal choice. So in such a context, I like business travel to be viewed for what it always has been, i.e. a force for good, creating global communities, creating jobs, offering unbiased expertise, and helping corporate clients to navigate what could be potentially a very different new normal.
Anyone who has spent any time with me over the last 12 months will know that I thoroughly believe in our industry. I love working in it, and I believe that what we bring to our clients and also the support of our suppliers is absolutely essential. I think coming out of this, it's going to be even more essential. Clients are going to be looking to their TMC partners for advice, for information, for support. And we in turn can help our airline suppliers by working with our corporates to understand the demand and to help get services back on track more quickly. I really hope for a united travel industry that is service orientated and driven and really puts the client at the focal point of everything that they do.
The key one factor, if I was to have to drill down to one on a crystal ball, would be a positive environmental impact. We're learning from this. We're learning how to save ourselves and save the planet. If you're turning left when you board an aircraft, the quality and comfort you expect will be both expensive and in short supply as the social spacing and seat configuration becomes all the more precious. for that, both aircraft and hotels. However, the flip side of that coin is that we travellers are going to be more conscientious, more sensitive to our health and that of our colleagues and others, and also the planet. It's an often missed fact, of course, that airlines with the least environmental impact also happen to offer the cheapest seats. Who would have thought it? The newest, most agile carriers fly the most modern fleets with the best fuel economy and the highest load factors for passengers. So flying cheap isn't always as distasteful as you might think, and your FD might thank you for it as he squeezes the budget and endeavours to ride the crest of a slump to recovery. So as an environmental enthusiast, I can't help but be inspired, however, also by the reversal of over-tourism in certain areas, even though it breaks my heart to say it. Although the dolphins in the canals of Venice was a hoax, it was still inspirational. It's evident that the clear skies, clear waters, reduced use of cars, the sound of distant bird song from your front doorstep, and the lack of smog around the planet has become a thing of beauty to be treasured and therefore protected. So, what will become the new reality and the new norm after coronavirus? Now many businesses will need to press the reset button and re-engage with their clients, suppliers, and enterprise worldwide. And there is plenty to suggest also that not travelling could be a new norm and a new option. This only works for you, of course, if your competitors do exactly the same and they don't aim to fill the gap you leave. It's a harrowing dilemma, answered only by the right return on investment. And for every pound we spend on travel, UK PLC should aim for £25 in return. That's the new norm. I hope that's been of interest, and thank you very much and thank you very much for your time. And above all, stay safe.